I touched on in my last video how you want to find your true self. You want to remove the ego and the things that have piled on over the years that are actually other people's opinions that aren't truly yours. And once you start to shake off the things that aren't you and start to establish what truly is you, you can create your dream reality through your authenticity. And what I mean by that is once you start to really boil down what truly is your opinions, your life and actions, and what you want to be doing, get rid of all the excess, and you start making decisions from your authenticity, your dream life will start to manifest almost effortlessly. It isn't going to be easy because a lot of the things that you are clinging to within your current life are not meant for you. And it is going to feel like your life is falling apart, and it'll make a lot of people turn back because they're trying to cling to what they do have and what they have had. But what you need to understand is that if you start choosing from your authenticity and only standing in your authenticity, the things that fall away are not meant for you. Just for an example, when you start to make decisions from your authentic self, if you lose a friend, a person that you thought was your ride or die, and they back out or they do something unthinkable, they were not meant for your highest timeline. They're only meant for this middle part of your life. And once you start to rise above that, they can't come with, because they're just excess baggage that is going to hold you back. And that is hard for a lot of people to fully grasp, sit in, and understand. But the life that is meant for the authentic version of you is on the other side of a lot of tough things. You got to let go of a lot of things that are holding you back that you could never perceive that were holding you back. A lot of foundations in your life are going to shake and crumble. It is going to feel like your life is falling apart. And you know, it is in a certain way, because you have to make room for what is coming and not cling to what you currently have. Because if you will have to cling to the things that you currently have, then you won't have the ceiling, the unlimited ceiling of what is truly meant for you. It might be some of the roughest things that you'll ever go through, but what's truly meant for you will stay. And if you are only making decisions from your intuitive knowing and from your true essence, anything that doesn't stay or doesn't stick or just falls away like it seems like they were forcefully pushed out, then it was a sign. You need to be able to start taking things as redirection. Because once you start down this path, if you see yourself and you can only envision yourself going this way, when you get hit with roadblock after roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, you have to kind of see it as you're not supposed to go this way. And maybe you are. And you're just supposed to learn a lot of really hard things really quickly to get to where you want to go. But most of the time, any obstacle that comes your way when you are acting out of authenticity has to be shown to you as redirection. If you are envisioning yourself at this place, at this job, with this car and this person, and every step of the way, oh, this didn't happen, you take it, you let it hit you, but you don't dwell on it. You let it come in, you breathe, and you go, well, this is redirection. and you keep going to the next thing. You didn't get that interview you wanted. You didn't get that job you wanted. Something better is coming. It is just redirection. Everything in this world is trying to work out for you, but it is your mindset that is getting in your own way. So if you view the world like this and you act out of authenticity, the sky is genuinely the limit. It is your perspective and what you cling to in your mind that is affecting how you are living your life. If you dwell on every single negative thing that happens in your day, you are going to be a miserable person. But every single time, throughout every week, throughout every day, if you get hit with a little bit of a rough situation, you take it. Sometimes you have to take a minute. Sometimes you have to take a day. Sometimes it is really hard. But if you work towards taking everything in, viewing it for what it is, ask, how is this working out for my best interest? You kind of shift that perspective to not why is everything happening to me, to how is this working for me? And if you view everything through how is this working for me in my authentic, perfect life, you take on the little rougher things and you go, oh, this is just redirection. Something's better's coming, and you keep going. You get a breakup, well, they just weren't meant for me. Now this is just redirection to something greater, because I need to prioritize my highest version of me, and if something doesn't work out, it wasn't meant for your highest version of you. And I really want you to sit with that, because at the end of the day, your authentic, highest version of yourself is on the other side of a lot of lessons, a lot of perspective shifts, and truly just being able to roll whatever comes your way. Because I guarantee you can't truly envision and picture the great things that are meant for you, because you put a limiter on yourself. You, through your conditioning, has envisioned only this much for you. Only this much. You can only see yourself getting this much of the pie. But if you allow yourself to find your authentic version of yourself through getting rid of the things that aren't truly you, and you walk in this path as that version of you, and you shift your perspective to trying to see everything work out for you and taking things as redirections because something bigger and better is meant for you, and you don't get in this victim mindset. The world is your oyster. You've got this much. You've got more than you could ever envision, because you are the creator of your reality, and everything wants to work out for you. It is really hard to see it that way because we are not trained to view the good things. We're trained to see the bad things and dwell on the bad things because that's how they want you to see the world. But when you take in everything that happens in your life and you see it as redirection, the world genuinely opens up for you, because nothing can really hold you back and hold you down for as long as it usually would. You just keep rolling with the punches, and it does get exhausting after a while, but you can see your growth. You can see the journey, and you can be proud of it. You just keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. This might be a little upsetting to hear for some of you, but my stuff has been 5 years in the making. I've been doing this. I've been working on the authentic version of me since 2020, and it has been rough because people are going to have pushback and not like the true you. But it took me a long time to really understand and be able to stand in the truest version of myself. But once you cut the BS and you start moving as that highest version of yourself, regardless of what anyone else says or thinks, the whole world opens up for you. I truly think with some guidance, some consistent effort, and genuinely trying, 2 to 3 years, and you will have reshaped your entire life and the ceiling for your happiness for the rest of your life through stripping away what doesn't mean for you, walking authentically. And I'll touch on this topic in the next one, but you really have to shovel out the demons that are hiding in your closet and really get to, I'll show you and teach you from my own experience, from what I've done for the past however many years, how I've really tackled all of my demons, my shadow. I am one with my shadow, and I have really conquered it in a lot of ways. So in my next video, I'll touch on once you have, and if you're following this series part by part, I'm giving you tips to build on. Each part gives you something else to work towards in your life and your perspective and how you can kind of grow as a person. Because once you take the last video and you start making decisions for you, and then you try to find who you truly are, and then you take this episode and you start acting authentically and being okay with how your life shakes up and how the foundation might be absolutely destroyed and your life is going to feel like it's falling apart. Once you understand that you just have to make way for what is coming, once you can see that, you have to be able to look inward, look in the mirror, and change yourself. Like Michael Jackson said, you have to be willing to look in the mirror and make a change. You have to be able to address your shadow, which most people aren't, but that's the difference between ordinary and great, is being able to look at yourself, look at your shadow, overcome the things from your past, learn from them, grow, and integrate. Because that's the process. You have to be able to view it, come to terms with it, learn from it, and integrate. And once you do all 3 of those, and you consistently do that with almost every part of your life, along with healing from the things that have happened in your life, you are unstoppable. Genuinely. Because no one can manipulate you if you're a healed person that has learned from your mistakes. Because mistakes are not bad things. They're just teachings in disguise. Like I said, redirection. So, in the next video, I'm going to touch on how you can start to really digging deep within the soul, being able to look at yourself, learn, and overcome a lot of these things. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to truly have a series where I can build on it each time and give you tips that will truly change your life. Because these are all things that I've been learning and overcoming and experiencing over the last 5 years of my life. It has been a long journey, but it has been a very rewarding journey. I would do it all over again. I truly would, because I am so much happier than I was 5 years ago. I was lost, depressed, and once you find the true you and you start acting through authenticity and you find your purpose and you start stepping in that purpose, everything starts to kind of become effortless. But you have to be able to keep that momentum going, and you have to keep building towards it, because it isn't a constant building and needs constant effort. But like I said, it's the most rewarding thing that I've ever done. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm excited for the next video. I'll probably record it in the morning, to be honest, but anyway. Thank you so much for watching. If you have anything, any type of topic or question or experience that you want me to touch on or talk about, I would love to. leave it in the comments and I'll help wherever I can. But all I gotta say is thank you, and I love you.